Hello and welcome back everyone to the video series dedicated show on MTV that bought its jewelry from Claire's. That's right, we're talking about The Challenge Season 37, Spies, Lies, and Allies, The Reunion. This is it. This is the final episode of Challenge 37. We're wrapping it up and it is officially over after this episode. Now, from what I gathered, it was supposed to be a two-part reunion, both an hour apiece, spread over 2 weeks, but instead, because of the holidays, I'm guessing that they just smashed them together to be one episode, which I'm not mad about. So right off the bat, how I'm going to be covering the reunion is that I'm just going to be going over the main topics brought up and then either giving the main point that was brought up in that conversation or giving a synopsis of what the conversation was held during that main topic, and then also some of my opinions about what was said. Now, to clarify, I'm not a huge fan of the reunions in general, but halfway through this reunion episode, I was thinking, wow, having an aftermath post-show after every single episode makes the reunions pretty moot at this point. Let's start off this reunion how the episode started off, and that was getting to see everybody getting prepared. They were either getting their teeth whitened or playing with their cats while getting ready to head to the reunion, and then we get to see everybody at the reunion walking out in their outfits. Everybody's looking nice and spiffy. They're getting their seats, and then we get to see the host for this year's reunion, and that is Maria Menounos, which is a throwback to past seasons of the Challenge reunion, where she was the reunion host from season 17, The Duel 2, up to season 21, Rivals, and now she is back for season 37. Now, the first topic addressed in this reunion is the final, of course, and then we get to see CT come in via a Zoom call. Now, the main takeaway from this topic is when asked, would Kyle split the money if he and Tori would have won? And this was brought up in my comment section. A lot of people had this question on their minds. Kyle says that he would have split the money between the three teams, but everybody on stage calls him out and says that would probably be a lie. Then Maria asks CT and Tori who they thought were the rookies that made the biggest impression. And no surprise here, CT says Emmy, Tori says Emmanuel, which I feel like there's a little bias there. Why didn't we ask more people? But it makes sense because Emmy and Emmanuel lasted the longest out of the rookies. Speaking of Emmy, Maria talks to Emmy and Berna about Emmy burning Berna and stealing CT after hugging her and saying that she would not steal CT and doing the hot sauce pact with the vets. And Berna gives her side, saying that she asked Emmy if she wanted to take CT, just give me a heads up. But Emmy said, no, I don't want CT. I'm not going to take him from you. And then she even asked CT on the stairs if he thinks that Emmy was going to steal her. And she felt pretty hurt rewatching the episodes back and seeing everything that was going on behind her back. She felt pretty upset by that. Then Emmy is coming at Berna, saying that Berna was like acting different when she was partnered up with CT, like she was better than everybody else. And then things get really, really loud. Nothing gets resolved, but what does get resolved is the Tacha versus Tori beef. I remember this elimination pretty vividly. They do talk. Tori said that she did try to reach out to Tacha, but Tacha blocked her from her Instagram, so she thought that that was a barrier up. She decided not to pursue anything, but she wanted to reach out to Tacha and apologize for everything that happened. Tacha kind of called Tori out, saying that there was tons of other social media and tons of other ways to get a hold of her. So if she really wanted to reach out and apologize to her, she could have. It's not just Instagram. Ending of this segment, they both hug it out. We then move on to Amber. This was a big subject point within my Tiny Table Talks as we were going on. Why isn't Amber in the Vet Alliance? Why is there so much Amber disrespect? Well, Amber says that she feels that a lot of hate came towards her because being in the game, she is so polite that maybe her politeness is taken in a way that she is too polite, especially in a game like The Challenge, and everybody just thinks that she is fake because of that. Huey speaks up and comes to Amber's defense, saying that that is what he thought so too, that Amber was just so polite to everybody, and then that he calls out that 80% or all of the vets had mentioned or been in conversations when somebody said that Amber is fake and they didn't come to her defense during the season, and he names that Devin, Kyle, and Big T were like the only vets that never said anything bad about Amber. And that is when Josh gets the most upset, saying like, how could you say that I said anything about Amber being fake? And Huey said, you may have not called her fake, but you were in a conversation where you didn't stick up for her. I tend to believe Huey in this matter because I think Josh just goes along with it. We heard Casey's confession confessionals, we heard Fessy's confessionals, and we even get to that point where Amber does ask Casey, why were you bashing me so much in my confessionals? Casey gets super defensive and says that in quarantine, Amber was saying F Big Brother and how can we trust you if you're saying that kind of thing? But this segment ends with both Amber and Casey getting emotional and saying that they liked seeing each other win their respective seasons and that they were happy that two Big Brother players could win. And it didn't really come out to a point where it was like, oh, well, they're definitely best friends after this. It just seemed like they both were respectful for each other and happy that each other won. But I don't think that there was anything in between that where it's like, oh yeah, we're going to be best friends and we're going to be together in the next season and we can trust each other. We move on to Fessy versus Amber, where Corey jumps into the group and we get the whole thing of why Fessy decided to throw in Amber. He said that he was paranoid and wanted to take a shot at her. Then we get the whole Pizzagate 3.0 and Fessy being DQ'd. Fessy takes responsibility for his part of the fight and his actions within that fight, saying that he should have kept calm and shouldn't have done anything. Josh also takes responsibility for what happened. Maria tries to get to the bottom of who ate the pizza. Come to find out, many who are at the reunion say that Priscilla ate Amber's pizza. Convenient that it's someone who isn't at the reunion that is getting the blame for eating Amber's pizza, but then somebody says that somebody ate Priscilla's pizza, and hence it was like a snowball avalanche effect where somebody ate Priscilla's pizza who then ate Amber's pizza, and then that's what happened in the Pizzagate 3.0. Nobody is copping out to eating Priscilla's pizza. They say it's a group effort that everybody took at least one slice of some pizza. Who cares at this point? We move on to Fessy versus CT in a boxing match where Fessy was trying to like drum up some excitement, trying to be like, yeah, what if me and CT boxed each other? How much money we would get? And even Fessy's like, think about it, bro. We can get so much money. And if I'm CT, I'm going like, dude, you know I just made like over 800K on the challenge alone this past year. I don't need to do a celebrity boxing match to get some quick coin, dude. So CT, respectfully, but also not respectfully, says, beat it. Like, I'm not going to be doing a boxing match with you. We move on to Devin and Tori's friendship, where Devin talks about how he's not upset that Tori was trying to get the Ruby team the win. He's just more upset that she would make a deal with Sapphire to go against the Emerald team, even though the Emerald team is full of her friends. Then we move into where Amanda starts coming into the reunion, and it starts to pick up some steam. I'm sorry, but this was a very mellow reunion, not giving me what I really wanted from the reunion until Amanda started breathing life and breathing drama. And this is where it started to pick up some steam, where Josh puts all the blame on Amanda for taking Tori's spot on the Emerald team, and that's why Tori was acting the way she was, and that's what ultimately led to me being eliminated that episode, which, wrong, Josh. Why are you putting that all on Amanda? Amanda did what she had to do, and Amanda talks about taking Tori's spot, and I'm sorry, but Amanda really played Josh in that argument or that conversation where she was like, give me a name of who I can take. Amanda was always going to take Tori's spot and go to the Emerald team if she won an elimination. She was correct in saying that Josh needs to not be so gullible and have these conversations that will incriminate him later on. Say nothing, walk away, change the conversation, or whatever. Josh got played then and he got played now. Maria also asked Amanda why does she not like Tori and what is the whole beef with Tori, and Amanda just says that it didn't really stem from anything. She just feels like Tori is fake. She is a chameleon within the game. She could be friends with one group the 1 minute and then friends group with another in another season. It seems like this will never be hashed out between the two. Tori says that anything can be resolved, but Amanda says that she likes consistency within her friends group, and she likes to know that she can count on you and you're going to be the same way throughout and not be wishy-washy or going between different alliance groups from season to season to season. Emmanuel tries to come to Tori's defense, which Amanda completely shuts him down, saying to shut up. You didn't do much on the season. Stop trying to do the most now to try to get a callback. Also, worry about your outfit, and Tori can handle her own business, which I really chuckled a lot when she mentioned his outfit because it was kind of goofy. A topic that really perked up my ears and got my attention was the hookups that we didn't get to see, which why didn't we get to see them? We had 90-minute episodes the whole season. Why didn't we get to see any of these? But they brought up the Tori and Kels having some sauna time with each other, which steamy, and two meanings of the words. Fessy and Bettina, Ashley kissed Gabo. And we also hear that possibly Josh and Ashley hooked up. Like, what now? Like, what? That threw me for a loop. Big T mentioned it. A ton of other people co-signed for that, but Josh was like, no, it didn't happen, which, I don't know, that was some odd stuff. And then we moved on to the Michelle and Fessy hookup outside of the house, which Fessy asked Michelle, do you want to go to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Orlando, Florida? And Michelle said, yeah, they went as friends. Then one thing led to another and they kind of hooked up. Amanda already knew about it, and the whole beef between Amanda and Michelle happened because once on the Aftermath, that's where Michelle said that, oh, all we did was kiss, but Amanda knew that there was more than that. Amanda didn't like that Michelle wasn't copping to majority of everything that was going on between her and Fessy, or everything that happened. Fessy says it was a fling. We then get the whole like chronological order of what happened between Fessy and Amanda, of how they rekindled their relationship outside of the challenge house. Then Fessy messed up by hooking up and cheating on Amanda, which then they split apart. Amanda ghosted it for like a week. Then Fessy had tickets for vacation to Mexico, which Amanda said, sure, why not? They went to vacation with each other, rekindled their relationship then, and then the whole Challenge Mania thing happened, where there was that video that came out where Fessy and a girl were like getting cozy at the bar, which Amanda said, no, we're done. And this is at that point where they were split apart, but photos have recently resurfaced where they have been seen at like Denver Broncos games, and they are looking to be back together. But I like this point where Fessy was talking down to himself, saying that, oh yeah, I messed up, I made a mistake. Nani even calls Fessy a dog, and Amanda also calls him a dog, and Fessy calls himself an idiot, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I'm going to be taking that soundbite and probably using it for future seasons. Then the reunion starts to slow down again after this point, because we go into Casey and Nani's relationship. Nani then says that Casey is the love of her life, and she is moving to San Diego to be with Casey full time. We get to some fan questions where Big T talks about CT's confessionals, said she would rather CT just say she sucks to her face instead of be a cheerleader to her face and then be a completely different way in her confessionals. CT apologizes, but he rolls his eyes, so you know that it is genuine. Really, I don't know what CT was doing being on Zoom for that long, besides just being like it's in his contract to be on Zoom for that long, because at one point he was like shooing away a fly, and then he was drinking his tea and not really paying attention to everything that was going on, so what was the point of keeping him on there for that long? Then we move on to Tacha and Esther, who said that they didn't have an alliance coming in, and Tacha was really upset with Esther for what she was saying in episode 0 when they were all moving into the house about not really liking Tacha's strategies or anything from what she did on her Big Brother season. Esther ends this segment by saying that she doesn't want any unnecessary drama and she would like to move on, which Maria says she will. That's when Corey comes back on and we hear the whole like Josh picking Logan over Corey. Josh tries to be like, Logan would never snake me behind my back, but Corey's never snaked me behind my back, and he's like talking in circles, and Corey's just like, this is all BS. Every time we talk about this, you bring up an excuse. It's all excuses. You just wanted me out of the game. Let's just be real. And Josh says that he made a selfish move, but he doesn't regret it. And Corey says that karma will come around, but let's get over it. It happened, and let's go. That's when Corey leaves. He signs off of Zoom. Tori agrees that she should have shut up in the elimination between Emmanuel and Devin, that she shouldn't have helped either one of them because she liked both of them so much that she shouldn't have said anything. Then Maria sets up Tacha, saying like, hey, you said you had a crush on TJ. What do you like about TJ? Tacha says that she loves TJ's eyes, and this is when TJ comes on the screen hearing what Tacha was saying, and he was very flattered, and we get to hear TJ saying that his favorite fail of the season was Amanda not getting up on the ladder in like the final challenge. Then he has to yell at Josh, Kyle, and Devin to pay attention because they're in their own little worlds, or they're talking, or they're just not paying attention to the game rules. Right before signing off, his advice is be better. To everybody, be better. And to really stamp the ending to the season, we have Emmy performing her song, Alien, which I gladly fast forwarded through because no thank you. But that is the reunion. What'd you think about this reunion? Let me know that in the comment section below. What was your favorite part? And I will be doing a comment palooza on tomorrow's Tiny Table Talk. So please let me know anything and everything you thought about this reunion or this season down in the comment section below, as I'm going to be taking a great amount of comments from this video's comment section and reading, replying, and answering anything that you say in those comments. So please just leave any and all comments down in the comment section below. I can't wait to read what you guys have to say. Thank you so much for watching. There's another season down in the books. This is the final review and recap episode, and tomorrow will be the final Tiny Table Talk of the season. I can't believe it is here, but thank you so much for taking this journey with me. And I have tons of content coming for the off season, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Thank you again, and until next time, peace. It's over. 37 is over. At the reunion, this is the reunion episode. Final review and recap. I hope you enjoyed them over the season. This season started in August, and now it's December. Holy crap. That's a long time.